What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about creating the best Madden 21 Ultimate Team defensive line at the launch. Now, I want to make sure that you guys understand this. There's no news on whether some of these cards will be, pretty much like the freer cards, the Ultimate Trainers or anything like that. Most of these cards may have core elites that are very, very expensive at launch. They may not have theme builders. This is just pretty much giving you guys insight into some of the better cards that you can have to start the year off that I'm going to try to look to get. All right, we're gonna find different ways to do it. Obviously, you're gonna have to spend your coins wisely from the challenges, the missions that you're gonna have. EA Sports is gonna give you some packs. More than likely, we're gonna get lucky with some, but for the most part, the track, it's gonna be trash. A lot of the packs are gonna be garbage, but that's just the way that it is as a gamble. So this is all what we would be looking forward to do early in the game, because certain players are going to have that special ability that we're probably going to need to utilize earlier on, so that way we can just jump out of the gate just dominating our opponents. Now, this guy, everybody already knows, Aaron Donald is going to be one of the more expensive ones. Like, there's no debate about that. His numbers, everything that he does, his new Superstar X Factor ability, Blitz, like everything about him is going to be expensive. Like, just looking at him is costing me money right now. But he's going to be unique in the fact that he's going to probably be the only guy that has that strength, that speed, be able to be moved around and do whatever he wants. He's going to have certain perks that other players won't have. So his core elite in Madden 21 more than likely is going to cost us a whole rack. Like, it's going to be crazy. But the benefits of it is going to show you on the field. Now, I'm not telling you that we're going to give him the blitz ability inside of Madden Ultimate Team. I'm not saying that. We may not activate any of our D linemen. We have to see what's going on. Based on one of the more recent EA streams where, like I told you guys, and it's so funny that I'm telling you this, and then it's like they're actually coming out and saying it. I told you when you guys were complaining about the sluggish field, what EA was trying to do was give a more realistic approach. And I told you when I played head-to-head in the closed beta, when I user the safety versus usering a middle linebacker, it was night and day. Because realistically, they shouldn't be able to maneuver themselves the same way. So I told you that more than likely they would not fix it in a couple videos before this one. And that's pretty much what they said. They're going to leave it for the authentic feel, and they're going to go from there. So, we're going to have to adapt and understand that certain players just can't run around like, Bruce Leroy. Like, you can't just do whatever you want. So depending on how that works, we may end up going another year where we keep our secondary players with the abilities, our safeties and stuff like that, and then we see how it works. If it looks like it makes beneficial sense to give these guys abilities, we will give these guys abilities. Okay, but again, I don't want you guys thinking we're coming out and like, yo, we're giving all the D-line abilities and that's it. I don't care no more. That's not what we are doing. We are doing what is most beneficial to us to start the year. If it looks like once we see like what a gimmick play is, we're gonna all go online, right, just to test it out. I would recommend probably trying Draft Champion so it doesn't affect your head-to-head record, and then see what people are doing, because there's going to be a lot of psychopaths that put out ebooks that make no sense, and people are going to be running it. It's going to become a meta. We're going to have to figure out how to stop those plays, whether it's a run, screen, RPO, whatever it is. Cover 4 zones don't work, so they're going to be beating us over the top with a deep post. We're going to have to figure out what personnel gives us the best opportunity to stop those plays. That's what I pride myself on for you guys. That's why you guys are winning a lot more games, because you understand. I'm trying to make sure that no matter what level of play you are, what level of player you are, you understand the concepts. And then you have to go from there and try to apply it into the game. So Aaron Donald is going to be like high on the list, but if we can't afford him, we're going to probably have to end up going like maybe like a Nick Bosa, because I think Nick Bosa is going to be slower. But I also like the fact that he gets relentless. You know what I'm saying? Like, he absolutely gets relentless, so it works out for us a little bit better. If we were to utilize it, because now all of his rush move attempts are going to be free, and he doesn't lose it. He doesn't get knocked out of his zone unless, a specific thing. I think, what is it, like 10 or 20 yards? What has he got here? Okay, 20 yards. So we may end up going with him and just say, look, you know what? I can't afford Aaron Donald. This guy might be cheaper, and he gets relentless. Let's work it out, dude. Because now we have a player that is going to continuously, rush the QB, go in there and try to stop the run over and over again, and it's not costing us any of the points that other players would use because they don't have abilities. So that's pretty much what I'm gauging how we're going to work it. Now, look, remember, secondary positions are going to be key. What does that mean? He's a right end, right? So if we put him at left end, it's going to cost us. It's going to make his overall lower. He's probably going to be, not play the same, all that stuff. EA, when you start moving things out of position, they have this new system where, the players don't play the same. So we may have to go with players that have secondary positions and don't lose ratings or whatever from moving the position. So if he has a secondary position of left end, we could probably do that if we're able to get Aaron Donald. TJ Watt may be a good linebacker to start the year off with. I'm not going to go too crazy about it right now because they low-key have been giving him like very, very low. He's not been getting the respect that he deserves. So I don't know if that's going to translate into his MUT card. But I will tell you this, every single player over here is going to have an elite card because these are the guys in regs that are going to be, dominating with Superstar X Factors. Khalil Mack, I used him. Did I use him this year in 20? Or was I just like, I didn't care? I don't know. I got to go look at the videos. I don't think I used him because he wasn't somebody that I thought got the numbers that I would, desire on the field. This year might be different. You know what I'm saying? If they make it so that this guy, even though he's a little bit slower, can scream off the edge, we're going to work with him. I didn't like his numbers. I didn't like the way EA portrayed him in the game. I don't think I utilized him because of that. Myles Garrett, this guy's going to be a boss in the game. And I'm going to tell you why he's different than a lot of these other cards. And if you can't afford Aaron Donald at the right end position, why this guy might be a suitable replacement. His strength factor, based on what EA is saying, EA is going to allow the players that have the higher strength ratings to be able to get off of blocks a lot better than players that obviously do not have those ratings. What does that mean for us? Myles Garrett might be key. Myles Garrett might be a guy that he might not be that much cheaper. Well, no, more than likely he will be that much cheaper because Aaron Donald's going to be a beast and everybody's going to be going crazy and they're going to know that he's just OP in MUT. This guy, you might be able to slide through and snag him for a cheaper price. To me, he's a suitable right end. Okay, I think that he's one of those guys we can go out there and have a really, really good game with and not have to worry about much. I actually rage sold him currently in Madden 20 and eventually went back to him even though we're all the way, in July because that's how good he was and I noticed the impact was missing. So I believe that EA is going to pick up where they left off and we'll be looking at that coming into Madden 21 Ultimate Team. Joey Bosa, for me, is usually always slow. But let me tell you what his benefit is. He's going to have finesse move that's going to be right into the backfield, right? So because he's going to be into the backfield immediately, he might be a guy that we take a chance on that's not as expensive because he's not going to be as fast. Remember, they might release legends that are way faster than the cars that I'm showing you now, and everything might change. But these are some of the core players that I would look to build the best defensive line with at the start of Madden because these players are going to be very, very unique in the game because of their reg status. And because these are the players that are chosen that are the highest rated reg players. So that's going to be very, very huge. So I want to make sure that you guys are very, very full aware of that situation. All right. So Joey Bosa may be somebody we can use. Now, as far as JJ Watt, look, guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. Look, I don't have an issue with JJ Watt, but he's pretty much, unless you're playing with regs, he's useless. I didn't see any. I played so many players, whether they're top level players, number one player, whatever. I did not see JJ Watt anywhere near the field in MUT. Okay? Does that mean that the guy sucks? It could mean it. Look, I don't know. Is he garbage? Whatever. I'm not concerned about that, but our Madden Ultimate Team probably would not benefit having him on it. Okay, I'm just putting it out there to let you guys understand that. It may not benefit our Ultimate Team to get JJ Watt. You guys may love it. It may be a situation where you want to go ahead and say, yeah, JJ Watt, he's going to be very slow. He's going to be strong. He's going to have, power moves, all that stuff. But I don't think he's going to be the guy that we need to start. If they change it to where some of the attributes that he has impacts the way that we rush, we'll be on it. But overall, he has not been a guy that I've seen with anybody's team. You know what I'm saying? So we'll figure that out later. Fletcher Cox is going to be a monster. He's probably going to be expensive, similar to the way he was in Madden 20 at launch. So we're going to have to watch that. But he's going to be one of those prime D tackles that we could probably make our front. This is the thing. I don't know if we're going 4-3 or we're going 3-4 next year. I got to wait to see how it plays. I got to see how the blitzes come in. I got to see a lot of different things. 3-4, he's going to be a monster. But he's also a monster in 4-3. Certain players like Sap doesn't play the same in a 4-3 like how he does in a 3-4 because he's more big, wide. He just takes up more space in the middle. Fletcher is a little bit like, you know, he's universal. He can do whatever he wants. He can move around. 4-3 would probably suit him. So we're going to have to, you know, evaluate that as well. DeMarcus Lawrence will not see my field. Let me not say that. If EA gives him like boosted ridiculous numbers, we may have to utilize him, but he may not see the field, dude. Like, the dude was, I don't even know how he's a superstar. Bro, whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, dog. It is what it is. This is where we are with it. Okay, whatever. All right? Danielle Hunter may get some burn. Dude's always super fast, always good finesse move. It may work out. Chris Jones is possible, but I would probably go Fletcher over him. Chandler Jones may be somebody that we can go after at the linebacker position because he may get those numbers where he can just go and be explosive off the edge and, you know, break tackles, whatever. So we can look at that. And like I said, finally coming back to the top, Calais Campbell and Cameron Jordan, I don't think I'm going to go after those guys. So those guys are not at the top of my list right now because I'm just going based on previous year's mutts. They haven't been like, I tried Cam Jordan out a little bit. He wasn't anything special in 20. I don't know, again, if it'll change. But Aaron Donald's going to be the top, all right? Danielle Hunter, okay? Remember these names. Danielle Hunter, Aaron Donald, Chandler Jones, okay? Fletcher, okay? Joey Bosa, Myles Garrett, Nick Bosa. Those are the guys that you need to keep your eye on because remember, with the left outside linebacker positions, for instance, with TJ Watt, if it works out for us, we can put them at end. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they necessarily have to play the left outside linebacker position. So keep these names in your brain because you're going to see them at the launch of Madden 21. You're going to see their prices. You're going to understand what I'm saying. And you and I are going to build a very, very dominant defensive line that's going to dominate our opponents at the launch of Madden 21 Ultimate Team. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Continue to leave your feedback. Give me any suggestions you may have, which players you like that I didn't mention that I think are not as good, and let's talk about it in the comment section. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have an unbelievable day. Until next time, one love, y'all.